Hey Adam, what's up? What's up? Congrats on finishing your ultimate guide. So I just wanted to go over and leave some quick feedback for you. So a couple of things. Let's just get started. I think this is the correct way to do it. Oh shit! Go back, go back, go back. Have to learn how to use this tool. So it might take me a few seconds. Okay, that's how I scroll. So I think you have to have an apostrophe here. Um, I was doing a little bit of a Google search, and you can use a tool. It's called, I think, Keywords Everywhere. And I can't show this to you right now because I don't have it on my iPad. But basically, it's a tool that shows you how much search volume there is for certain terms. And just one of the things I noticed is that there's no real search volume for something like digital nomads stay fit while traveling, but there is a decent amount of search volume. I think like 200 people per month are searching for how to stay fit while traveling. And there are certain things like, actually, I can bring this up right now. So you see, like, how to stay fit while traveling, how to stay fit while traveling for work, how to stay fit while traveling abroad, traveling Europe, how to stay fit and healthy, best way to stay fit while traveling, tips, ways. So there's a lot of things that you could rank for with this guide. And like there's a lot less for being specifically a digital nomad. And I feel like being fit, while traveling, like there's this guide from Nomadic Matt. There's a couple of other things, but I don't think there's any really incredible content here. This might actually be interesting from Nerd Fitness. Oh, they have like 209 comments on that. That's interesting. So they have some practical stuff here. Actually feels like a pretty good piece of content. But then again, I feel like your piece of content is more in depth. This looks like actually a pretty solid guide, but just something to consider. Since I know that you're going to go for the approach of like staying fit while traveling, and that's also something that you want to rank for on Google. But yeah, just an idea. You could consider potentially, just saying like the ultimate guide to staying fit while traveling, because I feel like as a digital nomad you can like include your story in there, but this guide can apply to anyone, even if they're traveling for work. Like the principles are going to be exactly the same. And if nobody is chasing this specific niche, like Nerd Fitness, they have an article about that, but they don't have coaches that help you with this specifically. Like Nomadic Matt, like he just has an article on that, but he, has a different business model. He has different, things that he sells. I think it could be an interesting positioning that you become the go-to personal trainer for people who are traveling. I think that could be quite interesting. I don't think you need to go more specific to digital nomads. So just on one idea, because the reason why I'm bringing this up is like you probably will want to benefit from that search traffic, because let's say 200 people a month are looking at that. That means that maybe 50% or 60% of those people will actually click on your guide. That means that you can get like 100 visitors to this guide every month, just from Google, even after you've done the initial promotion and everything. So that's just an idea. Like I know this guide is technically already finished and stuff, but it also seems to be, so it also seems to be in line with your positioning of essentially just, staying fit while traveling. Okay, so this is all good. Yeah, so I really like the name of your website. That's brilliant. So acknowledgements, thanks so much for acknowledging me first. I would move this further down the line though. I would move this to the end of the guide or like somewhere in the middle or something like that. The main reason is because if you want to rank on Google, like Google will look at like, it will start by looking at like your title, like the URL of the guide. But then also like the very first like few paragraphs and pages like are very important. And if you start with something like this, that's not really, you know, related to being a digital nomad or something like that, it's actually you're doing your guide a disservice, so it's not going to rank high on Google. So I would say this, move down. Let me actually make this. Yeah, that's going to be better. Okay, so that's what I would do with this section and like this whole section. So this would be, it would be better, for example, to start with something like a table of contents. And I love this table of contents, man. This is very cool. Let me just see if there's any minor changes. This is good. This is good. Nice, nice, nice. I might say kitchen must-haves just to be a little bit more specific. So maybe something like this. Nice. How to fear less sounds awkward, so I would rephrase. Something like how to get over the fear of working out in public places. How to never, this actually, I think this changed a little bit. Either here, no, or there might be something else. Book a call, I would definitely rephrase this into something different. How would you do this? We can look at it when I come to the end of your guide and we can see how we can rename this. But here, like, it feels a little bit abrupt that it would be in the table of contents. It could just be like, let me help you stay fit while traveling, something like that. Or like personal training for people who want to stay fit while traveling, something like that would be more compelling. So it's like rephrase. Okay, let's keep going. Welcome to Digital Nomad's Guide to Staying Fit While Traveling. Okay, I'm Adam. On my computer, this sound looks like really low resolution. I'm not sure if that's because I exported this or not, but if you can make it a higher resolution, so just less pixels, that would be cool. I'm Adam. I help journalists like you stay fit while working and traveling around the world. So again, like if you do decide to you know, go for the broader positioning, which I think could work well to capture more search traffic because there is no amazing content there. I would just go over the guide and, you know, like just basically remove these occasions of things like this. And then you could add, you know, I can help you if. And then you're a digital nomad traveling for work. Or maybe like, you know, you just moved abroad. Or to a new country. Something like this. So you could add that here, just, and then you capture the digital nomads, but also the other people. So not to worry about losing your hard-earned gains or getting weaker. I love that. Stay lean even while enjoying all the different, yes, I love this. say yes to cool opportunities so working out doesn't dictate your schedule. This came off really weird. I don't really understand what you mean. You should make this clearer. And I suggest, like, trying to see what your audience is saying, because I don't really understand what cool opportunities, and um maybe even saying, like, how to make working out an effortless routine without it dictating your schedule. That would actually be really compelling. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, the photos, I don't know why they're so low quality. It might also be that these are actually high quality, but because I opened them in this PDF thingy, that is lower quality. That's a possibility as well, because it is a 90-page PDF, so that actually might be a thing. Okay. Why I wrote this guide? Out of breath, I took a swig of water. Madam Lucky. Okay. One sec. Okay, okay. I felt grateful for them. So I like this introduction. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because I know I like it. I would say it's a little bit wordy. So if you wanted to, you could condense this. You could use like the 3-to-1 drill that we used in Copy Genius to condense this down further. I feel like it's good, but it you could maybe like say the same thing with a few less words. So consider doing this. So I might actually save that for the version 2 of the guide and not update it right now, because I don't think it's crucial to anything and people can just skim. But yeah, I do feel like this could be shortened, and I would actually not worry about this right now. So just say version 2.0. The common problems, how to fail. Okay, advice from real digital nomads. Okay, ideas and hacks to stay fit. I would actually say solutions too. And then I would remove this and I would say something like, and then share examples. The reason why this feels a little bit repetitive is because I feel like in this section right here, you do a really good job at communicating what they're going to learn. And then I feel like you're just repeating yourself in a slightly weaker way. So I feel like that section is almost like, in the end, it's almost redundant because you do it so well, so clearly right here that you might be able to, just remove some of this. I like this. So it could be cool to have a photo of Steve right here. You could just rephrase this slightly. You could say, I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to. That just feels a little bit clearer and a little bit more relatable. And instead of I would recommend, I would say, instead you want to move fast because you're busy and you have other things to do. Okay, so this is nice. This is unclear. Like, why is there a dollar sign? You might want to explain that. I'm a little bit confused. So you just might want to clarify that. There's a lot of blank space here. Probably remove this. Unless this is, I guess, a new chapter. Okay, in that case, it could work, but it's just weird when there's just like one word here or one sentence. I would just simplify this and say how to stay fit. I love how specific this is. This is so awesome. Wait. What public updates? This is super interesting. I want examples. What kind of messages? Like that sounds super cool, but I feel like the context is lacking. Like what updates? I'm like, what do I post? Show me some examples. Like even like saying to us, hey, does anyone go climbing, or does anyone do futsal or something like that? Like give me a little bit more context here, because I think it's a great idea, but people might not know what kind of things they should write. Or even like just say that, like again, did you like post in these groups? Did you post on your profile? Provide some more context here. I feel like it could be a really strong section in this guide. Okay, nice. If you're going to decide to target more people, I would add, if you can choose where to travel next. Do apologize for my incredible handwriting. Should maybe do text boxes. Maybe I'll try that. So I think this is a great idea. It's an awesome guide, by the way. I'm loving it so much. Like I would share this with anyone who wants to stay fit while traveling. It's so good, whether they're a digital nomad or not. This is such a great resource. Like even for me, when I go to Bali this summer, I feel like I will be able to use a lot of these ideas to like negotiate gym passes and things like that. Even when I'm on vacation, I can use this. Like, if I'm a serious like athlete and I want to get my trainings in, like this guide is useful for me as well. Just a small note. Like, because like even like I know a lot of people, like, you know, who are my like fitness friends, lifting friends, they might struggle with getting gym passes, and this will benefit them a lot, at least some sections of this guide. I might link to Strava. Let's see if this is better. So you don't have to read my ugly handwriting anymore. Yeah, much better. This is very cool. Oh, I love this idea of like, you know, going to places and going for a run and just exploring stuff. This is such a cool idea. You could even go for a walk, like if you hate running, like that's just something I would add here. Nice. Oh, this is a really cool idea because you can use it to find trails. It's like this almost makes me want to run, and I hate running. Such a cool idea. Let me guess, is it a jump rope? Yeah, I thought so. I just, as I'm reading this, I would love some recommendations for like really solid jump ropes because I'm going to be using it a lot. Like some specific, you know, links to them would be useful. Yeah, give me. I want jump rope recommendations because I know there's. Oh, come on, this is so freaking annoying. Okay, we'll just do it this way. Um, I know there's a couple of really solid jump ropes out there. Like if you look at like people like CrossFitters and things like that, like some really lightweight ones and really solid ones. And if you're going to be using the solid dime, you might as well invest in like in a really good one that just works really well. So I might want to research that and just add a link. I think it would be really useful for your audience. Okay. Oh, this is a super cool idea. Nice. Link. You should definitely add links. And I have another piece of gold for you. Just in a sec. You should, as part of spreading the word about your guide, you should make a list of all the tools that you recommend. um this can mean like this Fitbot, this can mean Strava, this can mean even jump ropes that you recommend to people, like specific ones. Make a list of all these companies and then write to them when the guide is finished and send them a link to it and just say like, hey guys, I wrote this guide for people who stay fit while traveling and I recommended this app for them. You know, and I just wanted to share it with you guys without even asking them, like, you know, to share anything. Like just send them this message and some of those people will automatically love your guide, and then maybe they will invite you to collaborate with them. Maybe they will share your guide or something like that. There's a lot of opportunities can come out of that, like just telling people like, hey, I mentioned you in here, but make sure you actually link to everything, so that, you know, that's easier for you to do. So just a quick note on that. And like, yeah, it's just a reason for you to start building some relationships with, you know, apps that you really enjoy using and things like that. Because I found that, like, you know, people are generally pretty, you know, they like sharing stuff that makes their app look awesome. And they might have decent followings and things like that. And they might have a lot of people staying fit while trying to stay fit while traveling. So that could be some great exposure for you. So that's a small note. I'll make a note for you as well so that you don't forget. I hate this app, by the way. I wish they just saved your font size. That would be cool. So what I want to say, contact all companies you link to. Okay. Have a oh shit. Have a photo of the app. So definitely add that in as well. Add photo how app works. So instead of, like, you know, telling people how it works, like, just show them. So like this idea, it's super practical as well. Okay, so this is interesting because you recommend improvising, but then my question is, how do I do that? Maybe giving people something like practical, because sounds like a lot of options. I don't know if this makes it necessarily easier. I think this section is fine for now, but having something super practical that people can do anywhere, like, let's say Tabata workout, I think it's called Tabata, where you basically, like, you know, you just need to get on the rower or bike and do a thing where you, like, sprint for a minute and rest for half a minute, and like in 15 minutes you'll break a sweat, you'll be drenched in sweat. Like, even if you just have a bike, even if you just have a treadmill, even if you just have a rower, like, you know, if you, like, I might consider breaking this section down further and, you know, really giving people options like, hey, if you just have cardio equipment, do this Tabata workout, it will help you get a great workout in. If you just have a couple of those things, not like weights, but, you know, the machine that you can do like pull-ups on and pull downs and things like that, we're just like one big machine. Tell them how they can have a solid workout there, because right now I feel like this advice is a little bit generic. And if you can break down what are the common types of, you know, equipment that you usually find in gyms with prep equipment and give people options for each type, so I feel like that's going to be way more valuable. So I'll just make a note here. You could improve that section further this way. Break down 3 common types of crappy gyms. Then give people one sweaty option for each of them. Okay. And I totally wrote over this stuff and I totally have no idea how to move it. So I apologize for that, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to figure it out. Yeah, so I feel like that would make this section a little bit more practical. So I feel like you could improve this section and make it stronger. It could be version 2 or it could be version 1, because I don't feel like that should be a long time. You won't need a long time to improve that. Okay, cool idea. How do we do it? Nice. That's me. Nice. Mm, yeah, so that's a really cool idea. Um, I feel like and share a public post, just you know, asking people, oh shit, I'm writing again, if they want to work out together. Ah. Still learning how to use this new app. This is hilarious. I have no idea how to do this. We're still in the workout section. Oh, okay. Now you get the idea. Oh, I totally wrote this completely wrong. Okay, let me just fix this. Okay, so make a note. Don't. Yeah, screw this. Like, you know where this was. You'll remember how to do it. Not gonna waste time on this anymore. Okay. Asking people if they want to work out or do a specific sport. Okay, nice. I love me this guide. It's so good. Okay. I would remove this in the PDF version. Well, technically, I made a PDF out of this, but like, just make sure that you remove this from PDF. Okay, the best, because they should already have access to this. And like, just a small note, you should add this script right here in the PDF version. Or I guess it's a script. Yeah, you should like add this here or like add a link to it or something like that. Okay, best places to buy fresh food. I say this section is just a little bit wall of texty. Like, you could make it more visual or like bold some things. But yeah, just like overall wall of text alert. Yeah, you should break this down either with photos or like by bolding something or something like that. Make it more visual. Because it's hard for me to skim through this and like get the core idea out of it, whereas it's easier in the other sections. This is a really great idea. Please, please. We need photos. This is my best shot at riding a camera. Not a good shot at riding a camera. No, just let's just forget this ever happened. Okay, yeah, let's forget this ever happened. Nobody wrote a camera here. I want a photo of this because that's so cool. Intermittent fasting. People might not know what that is, so maybe link to a guide on intermittent fasting or something like that. Because some people might not know what that is or like how it works and things like that. And then that gives you, another way to build a relationship with someone who wrote an awesome guide on intermittent fasting, and you can let them know that you wrote about their guide. Just send it to them, and it's like, hey, I wrote this guide for people who stay fit while traveling. I thought intermittent fasting was a great idea. You wrote this guide, and I just wanted to let you know I featured in it. Have a nice day. That would be cool. Hmm. Here is this annoying thing that messed up everything. Okay, perfect. Okay, so just make sure that like in the PDF, you have these things right here, and that you also, link to this, because there's no link right now. I love this. This is awesome. Okay. This made me laugh. This is funny. Um, Photo, like just even find it on the internet or something. Oh, okay. Would be really funny to have that here. I would definitely have a photo of like how to use this app. Like just take a, download it on your phone. Make it clear that it's a phone app, and then show them which buttons they should click, and so on and so on. And you should also show people like the thing where you just scan a declaration and it just automatically translates it for you. You should do that as well. I feel like you have the opportunity to make this section a lot more interesting and visual by just having photos of this app here. Maybe make the point that working out every day is easier than 3 times a week, because it removes the decision. And then mention that doesn't mean, you have to go to a gym, that you can work out in other ways. I might even recommend like just find, just like as a small note, like find one activity you wanna do in this place. So if there's like a lot of great rock climbing, then you like tell people like, hey, even if maybe the place that you go to doesn't have any solid gyms, then just pick one activity. Like it can be surfing, rock climbing, and then just do that consistently. Like try to do that every day. Or like running, you can go run everywhere, or something like that. Maybe like that's just another idea that you can add in here. I feel like this section also, like a couple of sections in your guide lack a few visuals, like they look a bit wall of texty. So just like having photos of these people would be nice here. So yeah, um, like how to get over the fear of working out in public places. Okay, nice. I love this. So I love the visuals here and the like the personal stuff. And then also like, link to this online tracker if there is one will be useful. Nice. This is funny. So this section of the copy, I would tweak the narrative slightly. So I'll just mark it so that, to work on this. I would say, hey, in this guide, I really tried to give you all of my advice of everything that I've seen work. And hopefully, you'll use it to your advantage, maybe share it with your friends or something like that. But I know that some of you, you don't have the time to do some of this stuff, to figure it all out. Maybe you don't have a trainer that could send you solid workout plans. Maybe you don't want to spend hours and hours figuring out, like, what your meals should be. um, Maybe this, maybe that. And if that's you, then I can help. um, I can help you do this and this and this and this. And I can do that by basically coaching you and providing like a personalized workout and nutrition plan for you that fits your current life situation, your schedule, as well as your current living location. If you're interested in that, um, here's the link to my calendar. Book a slot with me. We'll chat about it. We'll see if I can help, and then we'll find a way to work together. That's how I'll just rewrite this sales pitch part of the copy. And this is nice. Why is this photo of a higher resolution than the others? That's confusing. Anyhow, so this was fun. I love reviewing Ultimate Guide so much. But yeah, Adam, hope this was useful to you. And if you have any questions on this, definitely let me know. But also job on the guide, it's really good as is. These are just like final touches to help you polish it to perfection. And I hope you will enjoy it. Send me a link when the guide is finished, and I'll talk to you soon.